All right, everybody, we're here talking about business, organization, reorganization, and all that good stuff because a lot of people are just not getting it right or not doing it at all. So let's dive in. Thanks, guys, for first of all for sitting down doing this little video.
Yeah.
James, I've heard you say it more times than I can count that the way you set up your business is how you're going to be taxed as a business. Can you kind of go into that a little bit and kind of flesh that out for us?
So one of the greatest frustrations I think that I continue to have, and I've been doing this a long time, I'll talk to a gal or a guy that started a business or has a business, and they said, well, I got an LLC, and my accountant told me I needed to do an LLC. I don't know why I need to do an LLC, but I went ahead and did an LLC.
Right.
They don't even know what an LLC is, and that's sad. And the distinction, how you get taxed is going to be decided in how you do business and how you set your business up.
Right.
The kind of tax and the amount of tax will be based on how you are set up. Okay. So it's two parts, two sides to a coin. Okay. You can be a sole proprietor. You can be a husband and wife that are married and do a sole proprietor together as a marital joint venture. You can do a partnership. You can do a limited partnership. You can do a C corporation, or you can do an S corporation, or you can do an association that's like a corporation.
Right.
So there are 7 ways that you can do business. There are 7 ways you're going to be taxed, and they're all different.
Right.
If you don't understand that, I guarantee you are already paying more tax than you need to pay on the businesses that you own and have.
Gotcha.
So the business structure is guided by the financial and the tax attributes.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be congruent with your financial objectives. One of your financial objectives is to make a profit.
Right.
If you want to make a profit, then the money that you make in income from the business minus the expenses should be greater so that you have more profit.
Right.
Yep.
Well, what's going to decide a lot of that is the business structure that you decide on. Because if you're a sole proprietor, self-employed, or a partnership, or a single member LLC that's disregarded for tax purposes, you get to pay 39.6% income tax on your taxable income. You get to pay 15.3% of tax on your self-employment profit for FICA Medicare, or what I call social insecurity tax.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to pay the state taxes. And by the time I add those 3 up on your dollars of profit for your business, you're paying more than 50% of every dollar in profit in tax. More than 50%, in some cases over 60%.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the Socialist Republic of California, New Jersey, New York, or Illinois,
Right.
where it's crazy, right? When I've got clients that have properly organized their business structures, making twice as much money, millions of dollars, and their total tax bracket is less than 10%.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's really not amazing. It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
If you don't have a plan, then the IRS has one for you. It's theirs.
Right.
And if you take the word theirs and separate it, you have the IRS.
That's right. Yeah, but the amazing part is that it just shows what ignorance can do to your business, right? Not
It
taking
can
the
kill
time.
it.
It can. Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
Alan, how much have we talked in the last couple of years? I know you and I have been working together for 10 years now. How much have we talked in the last couple of years after COVID about all this nonsense that people do with these entities and they have no idea what they're doing?
It's a lot, and it's keep going. It's continue keep coming in, and yeah, there is a lot, and yeah, it surprised me that people like they don't know what's the LLC. When you ask them what form do you file, I don't know. Just like
They have
I
no
have
idea.
LLC. They don't have an idea, and sometimes they will fight because they have an entity, they have LLC, but
Then they don't have anything. It's
they
going
don't
to
have
do nothing
anything.
for you.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know if you guys get on TikTok much, but there is so much misinformation about LLCs and C corps and S corps. Can you kind of give us just a real quick, like, what are some of the differences between the different entities?
Well, an LLC is a very powerful tool if it's organized and set up the right way for the right reason. LLCs, unlike partnerships and corporations, you can disproportionately allocate profits and losses to the members.
Okay.
And it gives you a different kind of legal protection because if somebody sues you and gets a judgment against you for your LLC, you can give them a distribution without having to give them any money on a K1 for that distribution of that judgment. And that's going to be taxable income to them before you even have to give them a dime.
Right.
That's a poison pill. And so it's got some very powerful features, but you need smart lawyers and accountants to help you figure out what you need to do with that LLC. Most men and women that have a business are not going to need that sophistication of an LLC.
Gotcha.
It's one of the most misunderstood entity structures that there is out there.
Yeah.
Partnerships are generally two people doing business together. They either have a partnership agreement or they don't.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge there is if your partner goes dancing and drinking on Friday night and carousing, gets drunk, is in a drunk driver position, gets in an accident and kills somebody in an accident, you're going to be named in a lawsuit because you're a partner with them and they're going to go after your assets too.
Gotcha.
So you have some responsibility for your partner even after business hours.
Right.
It's like a marriage. Okay.
Sure.
You can be a limited partner, then you don't have any say about anything. You just invest your money and hope it all works out. You can be a corporation, or you can be a corporation, make the special S election, and everything passes through to you personally. Each one of these entity structures has unique tax and financial attributes that should be in alignment and should be congruent with your business plan, your financial plan, and your wealth accumulation plan. And if you don't have those three plans, then you should be calling us to get on our calendar so we can have a consultation that doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of time to figure out how to write those plans up.
Absolutely, 100%. One of the coolest things working with you guys and sort of sitting in on some of these meetings and Zooms and stuff is the power of like using a management company and sort of structuring things through a management company. I know I'm going to screw that up, but can you kind of give us an idea why that works and what it is and the tax benefits?
So the management company allows you as a conduit to be a lot of things to the different things that you're doing. We have a couple of businesses that we own in different corporations. And then we have real estate activities that are all in separate LLCs. But the management company sort of sits over all of that. And none of those other entities ever has any taxable profit because everything gets paid up to the management corporation. And there's where we take our salary and our benefits, and we take all the money out, and we never have any taxable income.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's just yeah, it just shows you how powerful doing it the right way is, you know.
This is what people in Washington do every day.
Yeah.
This is why people that are wealthy are wealthy.
Right. Would you guys say that most of the people in your on your client roster have businesses, or I mean,
Yes.
yeah,
90%.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Yeah.
Is it what, Alan, about 90%?
90%, yes. And
Okay.
a lot of
More than 50% have rental properties.
yeah.
Oh,
And,
sure.
and
Well, I
a
mean, that
lot
is
of
kind
our
of your,
clients is enjoying that management structure,
yeah.
management entity, and because we send the structure, and yeah, they're happy with it.
Yes. Yeah, and again, that just shows the power of getting with professionals that know what you're doing, to
We
run you
got
through
one
the.
client that makes $8 million a year and pays less than $1 million of it in tax.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wow, that's great. Again, though, that's just further proof that, yeah, it's just I think it's what bothers me sometimes is and maybe it's this way on purpose, but we all have access to this, but almost none of us take advantage of it, you know, until we find people like you. So
Nothing happens until somebody moves.
that's right.
So what that means is basically, to be blunt, get off your ass and do something to make sure that you're keeping more of your money.
Yes.
Look, nobody has all the answers, but are you doing everything to keep every dollar that you work so hard for your money? I would be busting my ass to make sure I'm not paying a dime more in taxes or unnecessary expense than I absolutely have to. I track everything because I work my ass off to make sure that I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Just walking in my own social circles, people just complain about taxes all the time. But I have plenty of friends that are business owners. They're like, "It is just the way it is." I'm like, "It doesn't have to be
But
that
they
way."
don't do anything
They
about
don't
it.
do anything about it. Yep. I mean, I've helped. I've helped move them to people like you guys. But yeah, they otherwise they just go, "Well, this is the way it is," and it doesn't have to be that way.
It does not have to be that way.
Well, this is awesome. We're going to do a lot more of these. This is a topic I'm particularly interested in because I want to eventually get into things like ideas of like corporate credit and how to do some
Well,
of those
yeah,
things
and
like
you
that.
should be on TikTok talking to people about this
Yes,
business organization stuff. I bet
yeah,
you could get a lot of people that you could help and make a lot of money helping them, just
for sure.
pointing them in our direction.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Happy to
That's
do
definitely.
that. Happy to do that.
Oh yeah, that's on my checklist. That stuff's coming. So, but guys, Alan James, thanks so much for sitting down. We're gonna do a lot more of these fun little things, and we're just gonna help a lot of people. Let's just
Oh,
make ourselves smile.
oh yeah. We our clients are all over the nation, and they're all
Yes.
enjoying the tax benefit.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we've got clients in almost every state, a
Yeah.
couple of different countries that, and as enrolled agents, obviously we can represent clients anywhere. So that's always a good benefit. But it's our pleasure. We're always happy to get on and do a quick video.
All right, we're doing more. Thanks, guys.
All right, you bet.